You're welcome back to Nationwide. This past year has been stressful for so many people in our society. Isolation and the fear of a highly contagious virus has disrupted all our lives. But we've been meeting one group of young people who have spent the past few months in a rural area near the Waterford-Tipperary border in a retreat house on the foothills of the Coomera Mountains. Helen McInerney has been to Glen Coomera House to meet them.
This is Glen Coomera House on the Tipperary-Waterford border. Young people between the ages of 18 and 30 come here to stay for what has been described as a Catholic gap year. The young people live together as one household. Holy Family Mission is all about young people taking time out to examine their faith and to establish friendships.
I was in Leaving Cert last year and we had all the predictive grading and I was studying for all of that, and there was a lot of uncertainty about it, and I decided that if I stayed going how I was going, it would be study and then go into college and stay studying and everything. And I was like, the best time to take a year out would be now with all the uncertainty with COVID and everything, and I was already really interested in my faith. It would be a great opportunity to take this year to come here and to be able to live with other people and stay studying and have a basis before I go into college and know more about my faith so I can share it with others there.
For Chantel, the retreat at Glen Coomera House has more than lived up to her expectations.
I think you have an idea of what it's going to be like here, but I was amazed at how much I've grown already from the start of the year. Personally, doing dramas and singing for Mass or learning the guitar, I hadn't expected to do as much growing personally. And spiritually we do so much, we do praying, and I know my relationship has grown so much with other people and with the Lord.
Maura Murphy is Mission Director for Holy Family Mission. She's originally from Ennistimon in County Clare and has over 12 years' experience working with young people.
Holy Family Mission is the first of its kind in Ireland, and before October 2016 it was only a dream. So myself and Father Patrick and Pat, the three of us have been working in youth ministry and faith development across Ireland, and we were seeing and meeting young people like the young people who you'll meet and have met today, who really desired to do something different and to do something that would help develop their own faith and relationship with God. So we saw a real need for a space and environment, a house essentially, where young people could come and they could learn the why behind what we believe, where they could meet like-minded young people, and where adults like ourselves could walk with them and support them in a way that would help their own personal development.
Are you surprised at the fact that young people still want to come and get involved? Because things have changed so much in the past 10, 20 years.
Absolutely. We're always surprised each year when it comes to the applications with the amount of young people who want to do something as courageous and as sacrificial as this. As you said, Helen, it's a year of their life that they're giving up. But year after year we hear that they receive so much more than they've given, that the Lord is always outdone in generosity. The reality of Ireland today is that it's so hard sometimes to live out your faith, even if you come from an environment where mum and dad support that decision. Some of our young people here don't have that, but they all benefit from being in an environment with like-minded people who are egging them on and growing in their faith, in growing as an individual.
Katarina Wolfberger was working in a really busy job in Germany when she decided to take some time out and come to Ireland on retreat.
After school, I started working as an assistant of product management, and it was really busy. And so after a few years, I was like, okay, I will take a break and actually invest into my relationship with Jesus. And my uncle is a priest in the same order than Father Patrick, the family of Mary. So yeah, and he told me about it and was like, oh, maybe that's a good opportunity to go abroad and get some new experience.
Has it lived up to your expectations?
Yes, it did. I really enjoy it. And I think it's really good to see different parts of the earth and to a different culture. And yeah.
And what will you take away with you?
The life as a community here, like to really grow in the relationship with people and my faith. And yes, the Irish traditions, and to like take things a bit easier and don't be like this direct or like it's all about business and it needs to be all well organized. So yes, this is what I will take with me when I go back home.
Living in such close proximity has resulted in many of the young people establishing firm friendships.
This is my second year here at Holy Family, so I really enjoyed last year. I got so much from it, and I really felt like I could be free to be myself, and I had so much fun with community, and I really grew in my relationship with Jesus, and learned more about my faith and stuff. So I came back this year again to serve and to give back and to help give the first years what I had received last year, and also to grow in myself more as a person, to grow in confidence and learn more about myself and God. I've learned a lot of life skills here, and from living in community, learned to live with people, and I definitely think that I've had a firm foundation in my faith. I think that I've really grown closer to God and grown in my prayer life, and I really feel like that will stand to be in my life and help me to deal with problems and stuff that come to me in the world.
I was able to come here and really figure out who I am and learn more about the Catholic faith, which is something that's really important to me. So it's been really interesting to do that.
Would you tell your friends back home, or would they think you were a bit strange?
I've been labelled as the holy one out of my friends, so yeah, they do think I'm a bit strange, but it's okay, I roll with it.
And it helps you?
Yeah, it does, definitely. Yeah, I've made friends for life here.
Definitely, yeah.
Pat Reynolds is originally from Glasgow in Scotland. He married an Irish woman and has been living in Ireland for 20 years. Brought up a Catholic, as a teenager, Pat questioned his faith.
Somewhere in my teens, I think, it just wasn't the cool thing to do. And no, I always believed in God, but I didn't really understand the whole religion side of things. There were a lot of things I didn't really agree with in the church at the time because I didn't understand them. And it was one of the things, my mum invited me to a retreat, and it was there I had such a powerful experience of God's love that made me really start questioning, if God's real, should I do something about it? And it was a long journey, but I ended up back in the church and, very happy. I see myself here definitely for the foreseeable future. I think as long as I've got something to offer the young people, I'll stay here. But it's always my hope that when I get involved in something, that I'll train other people to take over what I'm doing. So I would love to see more people doing this. I'd love to see it expand. I'd love to see it growing into other places, other countries, other dioceses, So, yeah, I'll be here as long as God wants me to be.
Dominic Taff is 20 years old. A native of Thurles, his ambition is to join the army. He has a strong faith and has already spent a year on retreat.
After I did my leaving cert, I didn't want to go straight into college. I suppose college is a tough place. I wanted to form myself. I wanted to grow personally. I wanted to learn more about the world, learn more about myself, and especially God. I had heard about Holy Family from friends and things, and yeah, I suppose I was just very curious. I plan to do a year of college next year, hopefully at UL, hopefully general entry engineering degree, so I'll get a taste for different types of engineering, and I intend to simultaneously do the reserves, just to put my fingers in different things, get a taste for different parts of life. And then take it from there. So I might go into the army as an engineer. Cadetship would be very cool, train to be an officer. But yeah, the faith plays a part in everything. We don't all have to be priests.
Father Patrick Cahill is the spiritual director of Holy Family Mission.
It's not easy being a young person today. They live in a world it's complex. They've never had so much interaction with other people in a way. And yet they've never had so much superficial interaction with people. So no real friendships, maybe 600, 1,000 friends on Facebook. But then when I have a problem, who do I actually talk to? So while they have an awful lot of communication, there's an awful lot of loneliness at the same time. So one thing which we're really big on here in Holy Family is that our faith has everything to do with our real lives, our everyday lives. So your low self-esteem, your family problems, your hurts, your wounds, your memories, the difficulties, bullying, even bulimia and different things that we've come across with our young people here. The faith has everything to do with these real situations and hurts. And so when they get to know the Lord, they get to know the faith in a deeper way, they see how prayer can help us live our real lives, discover our vocations, heal from our wounds, and so it becomes a very kind of a lived experience.
Operations Manager John Donovan describes Glencumara as an amazing place.
There's a whole spirituality about it. There's a 200-year-old house over here which we're blessed to have. It just suits us to perfection. We have the main house, we have hermitages on site, we have lodge, and we welcome people here, and we just would be delighted to see people come. When the world forgets about COVID and things go back to normal, we just love to see people here and for them to share it with us.
All around me they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" I wanted to plead with them to stop. But I knew this had to be. So I stood by and cried silently.
One of the highlights for the young people attending the Holy Family mission was the opportunity to become involved in a movie about the Passion of Christ.
So ordinarily at this time of the year, obviously parishes would be having the Stations of the Cross, but the fact that now they can't have any congregation or can't have anyone involved, we thought, why not provide a resource for schools and parishes? So film the Stations of the Cross using the grounds here, and the fact that we have young people here who can fill the various roles, Jesus, Our Lady, the good thief, bad thief, the couple of Pharisees, all the rest. We have enough young people to be able to film it. So we filmed it here with the help of the Servant Sisters of the Home, the Mother, their religious order based in Care. So they did a top job on the filming and editing. So that's available then for any school or any parish for free to watch, so that the Station of the Cross can still be celebrated.
But I knew this had to be, and I had to accept it. So I stood by, and I mourned silently.
And so we've come to the end of this evening's Nationwide. Thanks indeed for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our programme. And from all of us on the team, have a very happy, peaceful and safe Easter.